Good evening. The work continues to offset the damages done from a 1960s chemical site in Columbiana County. Tonight, there was an open discussion in Salem to talk about the best way to restore nearby areas. 27 First News reporter James Santelli was there. He joins me live with those details.
Well, Dave, many people know about the chemicals that came from the old Nice plant in Salem. The EPA says hazardous substances got into the soil and the groundwater. Well, the effort to restore the former beauty downstream from there is on, and neighbors are being invited to give their feedback.
Bill Zawiski is an environmental scientist for Ohio EPA. He'll be involved with removing the Lisbon Dam.
The cool thing about my job is I get to see things get better, and a dam removal makes things better almost from the start.
Thursday night's meeting was open for comments on how best to restore natural resources. The site is downstream from the former Nice chemical plant. Taking out that Lowhead Dam on Little Beaver Creek is one part of the project.
This has been a barrier to fish moving upstream. You're going to remove that barrier, and now those fish below, which are really cool fish, darters and minnows, are going to start moving their way upstream.
The larger Superfund project will include reestablishing wetlands and improving water quality at the middle fork of Little Beaver Creek.
And we're really interested in hearing from people and what they feel about removing the dam, what they feel about a lot of the projects that are being suggested, because they're going to live with what happens when it's completed.
$22 million in improvements will be paid for entirely by Rutgers Organic Corporations, which now owns the site, and overseen by U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and Ohio EPA.
We will give guidance, and ultimately the approval of any plans for doing this is all part of the Superfund process, and I'll be brought in as someone to just say, hey, does this make sense ecologically?
Now, the details are still under negotiations between government agencies and Rutgers Organics, but officials hope the plans to remove the dam will be ready for action later this year. In the studio, James Santelli, WKBN 27 First News.